Jó estét, sziasztok, szervusztok, játszunk tovább. Királynét megmenekítettük, szembenéztünk magával, az ellenséggel, és harci állatkáját szépen le is gyaktuk, majd eljöttünk ugye ide-vissza az emberek és a gnomok lakta városkába, és hát itt a helyi menőket kell meggyőznünk, ugye a helyi vezetőket, hogy szavazzanak, mert hát demokrácia van, kérem, szavazzanak ránk, úgyhogy teljesítenünk kell ugye az általuk adott dolgokat, és most a mellékest is próbáljuk abszolválni, aztán majd a többit. No. Jó, vissza a nagy házikóba.
They're here. I'm Hans. This is Baron. We have a disagreement, and we decided we'd abide by whatever decision you make.
Indeed. Years ago, the Legion settled disputes, and Hans and I have a conundrum that Stonebridge law can't resolve.
We have a moment to listen to your dispute. Since you're both willing to abide by the decision, we'll mediate as best we can.
I purchased a parcel of land 15 years ago, and have been selling my wares for ages. The Baron here tells me I owe him rent.
You see, I bought large tracts of land back in the days of the farmer. Hans was taken by a charlatan. I certainly didn't authorize the sale.
Yes, well, you did nothing to stand up for your claim to the land. After endless talk with the barristers, we are still deadlocked.
Baron, tell me more about your claim to the land.
By right of original acquisition, the law says the land is mine. I bought it first. Sure, it was human lifetimes ago, but first is first. I am an old goblin, so years pass like months for me. I didn't notice Hans had set up shop and claimed my land as is until recently. I think I'm being fair. He owes me rent for the last several years, and if he wants to stay, he needs to keep paying rent or he can leave.
Hans, can you explain why exactly you think your claim is stronger than the Baron's?
My purchase to the land was vetted and signed by the city of Stonebridge. They failed to research the land's original ownership. But even so, I can claim the right of eminent domain. I've used the land for over 10 years, with no argument from the original owner. I feel terrible that the Baron's land was sold out from under him, but he had ample time to correct this mistake.
I see. The laws are indeed at an impasse here, but I've come to a decision.
So what will it be? Is the land indeed mine, or does this human get to claim it?
The land wasn't Hans's to buy, but the Baron did nothing to protect his claim. You must divide the property or buy out the other's stake.
I guess that's about as fair a ruling as you could make. Also a coward's decision. But I said I'd honor it, so I will.
I can't fit my shop on half of that parcel. But I suppose I should be happy for anything. Thank you for taking the time to arbitrate this.
A deal is a deal. Hans, let's go figure out which half is yours and which is mine. Hopefully we don't need someone to arbitrate that.
Jaj, tessék csak felezni. ugye... Nagyon bölcs döntést hoztuk. Szépen elfeleztük. Na, menjünk vissza. Itt sokat kell
Please
gyalogolni.
comply with all local laws and customs. Please do not litter or excrete in alleyways.
Úgy érzem, hogy most ez a szakasz nem lesz annyira akciódús, mint a királynő megmentése volt. Inkább egy szerepjátékos, tehát inkább szövegelős, döntős helyzet. Ami alapvetően nem baj, mert végre egy kicsit így ez egyfajta szint visz ebbe a dologba.
Half a human generation has gone by without the Legion here to settle disputes. At last, that tradition returns to Stonebridge. I know you have evil to smite, so it means a lot to me and to the city that you can take time for the little things. Here's a little something for your efforts. Now be careful out there.
Ah, the envoy from the Legion. Is there something else you need?
I won't take any more of your time. Good day.
Indeed, and a good day to you as well. Ah, the
What can we do to win your vote? An alliance will benefit us both.
There's that word again. Alliance. You won't think ill of me, I hope, if I express a certain degree of concern. But I shall respect the wishes of the other Meisters. If you can convince my colleagues to take your side, I shall vote in your favor as well.
You were elected to lead the city?
By a popular vote of almost 70%. Not counting the automatons, of course. Our mayor is elected from among the Meisters, the leading citizens of the town. It's a far better system than we used to have. We put an end to...
I won't take any more of your time. Good day.
Indeed, and a good day to you as well.
Tehát nem vagyunk okosabbak. Vannak a feladataink, amiket végezni kell. Nem ott szűnt meg. Jó, strike. Jó, győzünk. Menjünk a strike-ra. Na, nézzük meg a strike-ot. Strike-olnak az automaták, fogadjunk. Tovább. És itt nem mehettünk ki a múltkor, azt hiszem.
Not so fast, Legionnaire. None shall pass this gate without the express authorization of the wise and beneficent Meisters of Stonebridge.
We're going to the crypts of the Sacred Blood, at Meister Mudgutter's request.
I see. More soldiers of fortune to clean up the crypts of the Sacred Blood. I was instructed to let you pass. It must be very pleasant in the crypts. Everyone who has entered them decides to stay there permanently.
Már még nem lejártunk, úgyhogy itt mentünk egyet. Túl sokat, tehát ahhoz túl sok üres járatot csináltott a játék egyébként, tehát Úgy nagyok a helyszínek, hogy igazán üresek. Na és vajon a másik? Aha. Na melyiket csináljuk? Nem, maradjunk a strike-nál, ha végül is azt mondtuk, hogy azzal kezdjük. Szépen erre. Itt a gyár. Ez vagányajtó volt. Más. Aha.
Pardon me, I'm still a bit jumpy. What with the Cyclops revolt?
Sorry, my friends, the foundry is closed for an undefined amount of time. We do regret any inconvenience this may cause.
Meister Castle told us that your Cyclops workers have taken over the foundry.
The Cyclopses have gone mad. They've killed a few of our foremen, and the gears of the foundry have stopped. We spotted goblin agitators inside as well. And if that wasn't enough, the fire elementals that power our furnaces have gotten loose.
I need to ask you a few questions before I go inside.
Of course, anything. Just ask.
These goblin agitators you mentioned, do you know who hired them, or what their plan is?
They wore no official heraldry and made no statements of allegiance. We give tours of the foundry. I'm sure that's how they got in. The Cyclopses haven't killed them, so for all we know, they're working together. Perhaps they incited this madness.
How exactly did these Cyclopses get into the foundry in the first place?
Oh, they've been here for years. And in all this time, they've tirelessly tended the foundry without complaint or commotion. This caught us all by surprise. One moment they were working peacefully, the next, wanton violence.
Do you have any idea why your workers would take over the foundry?
The night foreman, the man in charge when this uprising began, I'm afraid he's dead. All our efforts have gone into evacuating the wounded and making sure the Cyclopses don't escape into the city. We're short on facts.
We're ready to help. What would you have us do?
Our attempts to parley have ended in bloodshed. You'll need to pacify them by force. I don't want the Cyclopses eliminated. I just want them to go back to work. So find their leader and humble him. The sooner the foundry is back in operation, the better. If you can restart any of the gear works below, that would also be a great help.
Nem kéne akkor dobszokkal elbánni, mi? Van zárva. A helyzet adott. Dolgoznak a dobszak.
probably stating the obvious, but let's avoid those burning grates. One more down.
Ilyeneket mi is tudunk. Követeléség. Sokat dolgoztatok. Szegények kimerültek. Biztos itt is van a rabszolgatörvény. Szerepkedhetnénk a débutyi formákban is, de... minek? Mennyi láda van itt? Az itt beindult és kinyílt az ajtó. választhatunk. Tulajdonságot mit kezdjünk-e fel? Várj, ezt elkezdtük fejleszteni. Ugye úgyis ezt sokszor használjuk. Akkor így a végén. Jó, és 5 kezdtük el tolni. Itt meg 5 kezdtük el. Jó. Nem tudjuk bonyolítani. Tűnj be. Kiterült. Hosszú sokáig.
One more down.
Megdobáljuk ezt a égből jövő áldással, és már nem szövegel annyira. Jól látom, hogy nem igazán akarja növelni az XP-met? Fejlettünk, mi visszafog minket. Ingyen bevégzi, ha is végezte. Igen, úgy nézem, hogy nem igazán növelnek. Most akkor elértünk volna egy határt. Egy gépezetet. el tudom járni. Oké. El is fogadjuk. Igaz, nem látunk semmit a kamerán nézőben.
They've locked up those fire jackals. Maybe they'll cause some trouble if we let them out. One more down.
Be kell indítani. Tehát simán lehet, hogy itt még beindításban vagyunk benne. Első folyamán. Ez mi volt? Tollasat nyomtuk és nem figyeltük, azt hittem az éteri változatban vagyunk. Abból pénz lesz. Igazán azt csak azért gyűjtjük. Szépen tovább, most kell tovább mennünk. Visszabefordítunk, és akkor az így is körözve fordul, és mehetünk is. Hogy ez semmi XP-t nem kapunk. Mármint, hogy nem növekszünk. Ez egy elég hibás szerintem, hogy Az ember szereti a harcért, nem csak az, hogy előre jut és ki szólta, hanem úgy valami jutalom. És az XP ez kifejezetten egy olyan jutalom, amitől ugye azt érezzük, hogy fejlődünk, hogy haladunk előre, hogy egyre ügyesebbek vagyunk, és az embert ez jó érzéssel tölti el. Csak az így jutott javak. Ma mindegy. Mi akkor megyünk tovább? Nem sokára lesz egy mentési pont. Mentünk egyet. Ups, nem meghúzódott itten, nem is láttuk, hogy ott olyan sarokban.
Please help. The Cyclopses have gone mad. They locked us in here and dragged my men off to Azenai knows what awful fate.
I'll free your men. Do you know where they were taken?
The Cyclopses took them. Over there, past the fire grates, on the other side of the chamber. I don't know what they're planning, but those two are like brothers to me. Please, will you help them?
Hát jó, segíthetünk. Ha már arról van szó.
Did you find my men? Are they all right?
No, I haven't found them yet.
Please hurry. I'm afraid the Cyclopses have some dire plan for them.
Jó van, na. Örülök, hogy kiszabadította.
One more down. saints bless him. I knew Olbert would send someone for me. Thank you, stranger. Now, I'm gonna make a run for it while I still can.
Ez egy nagyszerű ötlet volt. Menj, amíg még mehetsz. Haladjunk sorba itt a kis hát az most szépen nem akart, hogy szólsz. Oj!
Be on guard.
I thought I was a goner for sure. I need to get to the surface and let my family know that I'm not dead. I owe you one, Legionnaire.
Na, menjünk vissza, tókoljunk bele.
So you are the ones who fight for the ironmonger dogs. This boundary is ours now. We will never be slaves again.
Na, most újra elkezdtek az XP csíkon menni. Ez meglehetősen érdekes.
One more down.
ütek. Kidőlt.
No more! Why do you fight us? What have we done to you?
Volt választásunk. Nem sok igazán, mert...
The other Cyclopses attacked us on sight. We had to defend ourselves.
You took the side of the bosses. You want to enslave us, to make us work without pay, just like the paper says.
What paper are you talking about?
An old man gave the paper to me. He called it a manifesto. He said we deserve a better life. We have the right to refuse to work, to demand better pay.
If you tell your brothers to stand down, we'll talk to Meister Castle.
I will trust you to go to the Ironmongers, to decide how best to end this fight. It is only by your mercy that we live. We will accept whatever judgment you make.
Why doesn't anyone listen to reason before we beat them half to death?
Ládiós, hogy valamnek lennie kell. Szóval visszamegyünk és dumálunk kell. Magyarázom. Itt valakit át. De nagyon át. De nagyon át. Erre. No. És akkor azt én most úgy őszintén. Hogyan? Egy tudom. Hát. Nem. Nem vagyok semmi. Áj, te sok eszem van, panya. Ja, itt van egy kijáró. Nézzük körül. Nyertünk-e valami? Oké. Jó, hát nem sokat. Nem sok mindent szereztünk eddig. Ami jobb lenne, mint amink eddig van. Na jó, egy mentés és tovább. Rajton átmegyünk. Tetszenek ezek a goblinok? Nem tetszenek, nem tetszenek. Ezeknek kezdett tuti benne van a dologba.
Surely you must be joking, Meister Fiddlewick. I shall not reward the slaying of my guild members with salaries and contracts. If these beasts weren't vital to the operation of the foundry, I'd charge every one of them with murder, and they could all go to the gallows.
Funny that you mention legal action. Last I recall, slavery was a criminal offense in Stonebridge. Shall we take this matter to the courts?
I didn't expect to find you both here. What's this all about?
Now that you've done Castle's dirty work and violently ended the strike, he wants to dishonor the dead by maintaining the status quo.
Those beasts went mad. Don't try to rationalize their crimes.
What Meister Castle means to say is that he thinks the Cyclopses are mere animals. I say, anything that has a mind has rights.
The Cyclops has agreed to stop fighting if I speak to you on their behalf.
You... what? What nonsense is this?
Meister Castle is an endless font of courtesy and grace. Go ahead. Thank the Legion for saving your lives.
Yes, thank you for ending the violence. But what do you mean you speak for them? Those beasts are making demands?
The Cyclopses have a manifesto of demands. They want better treatment from now on.
A manifesto? What kind of nonsense is that?
An old man gave it to them. Do you know anyone with a grudge against your guild?
An old man? The dapper old gent, no doubt. When Wolf hears about this, he's going to give me the "I told you so" of a lifetime.
Why would the dapper old gent care about the foundry?
The whole economy of Stonebridge rests on the power of the foundries, churning gears, and the cheap metal goods that our forges provide.
The economy of Stonebridge hinges on its workers, not your machines. But yes, the foundry is a crucial part of our supply chain.
The foundry needs to reopen one way or another. I speak for the Cyclopses, so whatever I say, they will honor.
Well then, something good came of all this violence. My good Legionnaire, tell the Cyclopses that they may resume work as salaried employees.
Shut your goblin spout! They agreed long ago to servitude as payment for their crimes. They cannot just ignore a contract.
Meister Fiddlewick, you clearly favor the Cyclopses. I'd like to hear your side of the argument.
For years, this city has flourished, largely at the expense of the Cyclopses, slaving away in the foundry. Castle used you. He told you the Cyclopses had gone mad so you would enforce his profit margin. Why do you think he lied to you? There is nothing subtle about my argument. The Cyclopses are thinking, reasoning beings and should not be slaves to any man or goblin.
Meister Castle, you said the Cyclopses agreed to servitude?
Years ago, Long before the Legion fell, a tribe of Cyclopses wandered down from the mountains and raided the town. At great cost, the people of Stonebridge bested them. Their chieftain agreed to a lifetime of servitude to spare his people from the noose. Yes, I profit from their work, but so does the whole city. A contract is a contract. We can't ignore rules and laws, not even old ones.
Jó, az egy régi szerződés.
I've heard
Régi
enough. I'm ready to decide.
My hands are tied. The Cyclopses will listen to you and you alone now that you've beaten them. I pray you make the right choice.
And I, for one, respect the old tradition of letting the Legion be the mediators of best result.
The Cyclopses acted in self-defense. They must be given fair wages and treated with respect.
What? Nonsense! The Cyclopses are bound by an agreement. If you wanted my vote, you just lost it. Bah! Tell them I will negotiate their wages. This decision is foolish, but I won't have the Cyclopses leave. The city needs them.
He'll calm down eventually. But you have my thanks, and I pledge my vote to you when the time comes.
És elvesztettük volna, magyarul az egyiket megnyertük volna, a másikat meg elvesztjük.
Terribly sorry. Meister Castle has insisted that we have no further dealings with the Legion. Castle believes you capitulated to the demand.
We fixed the gears as well as we could. The foundry is impressive when it comes to life.
True. The whole city relies on the power of our furnaces and gears. Here's a little something for your trouble.
Okay. Did you find my men? Are they all right?
Yes, they're safe.
They are? Hasn't I bless you, and all the same.
I didn't help you for a reward, but if you mentioned this to Castle, we'd appreciate it.
Your generosity knows no bounds, my friend. I'll tell Castle, and I'll raise a glass in your honor next time I'm drinking with my mates.
Na nézzük. Maradtak a tolvajok. Kimehetünk. Az öntő, de az innentől kezdve működőképes. Jöhet a következő főküldetés.
Ah, good. I thought I'd find you here. I heard the Legion was back in town, and I've been scampering to get my old notes in order. You see, I've been archiving the history of the 10th Legion in Stonebridge. A sad history, to be sure, but...
Go on. What kind of research do you mean?
I've studied the event of the local Legion's demise, the riots. I've kept track of many looters and killers that profited on that day. Some who looted the chapter house proudly displayed their ill-gotten gains, showing off stolen Legion property to house guests. Such arrogance. Well, I have kept track of these pompous criminals, especially the ones who insisted they'd be buried with their trophies.
Those artifacts belong to the Legion. I'll do whatever it takes to get them back.
I've assembled a list of graves that should contain stolen property. Problem is, the crypts have become too dangerous of late. Here, take my notes. Unless the thieves have started looting coffins at random, you should be able to recover the stolen items.
Never thought I'd be robbing graves for the good of the Legion. Desperate times and all that.
Ott még azt visszaszerezhetjük. Itt is van egy kis öreg.
Hey, got a second? See, I built this automaton, and it might have gone into a bloodthirsty frenzy of violence, maybe. If you could do me a favor, I figure it'd be in everyone's best interest if it got smashed up without involving the local authorities. Last thing I need is to have the Sweatcog brand name lose its immaculate reputation for safety.
What sort of name is Sweatcog?
Engineering is 10% innovation, 20% math, and 80% perspiration. Sweatcog is a proud name. Don't mock it.
Can't you just shut it off?
Oh, I thought of that. Problem is, I thought of that after I built the construct. So, the only off switch it's got involves smashing it.
We'll take care of it. Just tell us where it is.
Excellent. You'll find the automaton on the other side of town. Just try to deal with it before it causes too much trouble. If you stop it, come on back and I'll pay you for your efforts.
Ugye nem azt akarod mondani, hogy a... Other side. Hogy nem? Na jó, mindjárt elmegyünk oda, érte? Azért megyünk még most vissza. Most van. Mielőtt bemennénk a fő küldetésre. Célszerű. De ezek azok a dolgok, amik nem szépik. Ez a feleslegesen. Feleslegesen másztat végig újra a városon. Tehát annyira nem szép. Mert hogy nem látod, igazából kockaköveket látod, és nem a várost. Aha. Vaj!
Trouble ahead.
Elfogadható volt. Várjál.
Good work, my friends. I'll need to remember to install a safety switch on my next construct. Here's your payment.
Mondjuk az nem árt,
Now,
igen.
something's been bothering me. Nothing in my schematics would have allowed for hostile tendencies. I think someone tampered with my construct. I don't have any rivals that hate me that much, but I have...
We can look into the matter for you.
All I ask is that you keep an eye out for any of the automaton parts that have gone missing. If you find such a construct, kindly bring me back some parts. Simple enough. Well, thanks again. Take care.
Az legalább már bevezet. Ó, ezen az oldalt nincsen semmi. És ezen az oldalt sincsen. Akkor viszont mehetünk be. Ott is lett volna egy... mind a kettő idejözni, jó. Kint mentettünk, úgyhogy most nem kell mentenünk. Nem érzek feltétlen vágyat rá.
So they're breaking down the automatons into parts and delivering them to someone. But who? A den of thieves. Should be a straightforward fight.
Másik irányt javasolja, hát menjünk a másik irányba. Ez egy ügyesség lesz. Ja, hogy ez már ennyi volt, ez az egy darab. Visszajöttünk le.
Well, look at that sprocket! A magic command from afar can click this little widget in place and disable conflict resolution inhibitors. Clever indeed, but I'm sure I could craft a countermeasure. Listen to me ramble. Here's your reward. Now, if you'll pardon me, I need to formulate my schematics. Good.
Na, akkor az a mellékes letudva. Indulás. Vissza. Le van zárva, úgyhogy most jövünk majd vissza.
We need to extend the bridge. Try that switch.
Ja, itt vagyunk. Meg vagyok érkezett. Egyelőre nem tűnik túl komoly ellenfelek.
These automatons don't look as friendly as the ones in the city.
Az automaták elkezdtek ránk támadni. Hát játszhatunk a upgrade-et. Én szerintem szó.
Trap. Good to see you're all in one piece.
Remélem nem nagyon összefele kell menni. Meglepett ez a mellékküldetést. Jó. Valamit lehagytunk véletlen. Látom. mint hogy fekvő helyzetben. A játékban, hanem itt a valóságban. Na most már mentsünk egyen. Elég sokat tekerektünk idelen. Vissza-vissza.
back into the fray.
Back to the fight.
One more down.
Sírkabra, ez bizony még úgy látom, hogy nem akar. Nem akar adzik a végére érni. Szép nagyra sikerült. Megvédíteni.
I spent a small fortune hiring every cut, purse, footpad, and ruffian this side of Rukenval. Great deal of good it did me.
By order of the Meisters, and in the name of the Legion, you're under arrest. Surrender now and come quietly.
The certainty of being executed by the city or the possibility of being killed by some righteous vigilantes? I'll choose the latter.
Burying you will be easy. Nothing personal. You just seem too much.
know when I've met my match. Spare my life, and I'll go quietly.
You've been hauling automatons into the crypts. Tell us why.
The dapper old gent hired us to abscond with the city's automatons. We tear them up, turn them over to the gent, he pays us good coin. I guess he's selling the damn things on the black market, but it's none of my affair. It's hard to carry those metal brutes very far, so we set up here, in the crypts. The locals don't come down here. Not anymore.
You kept a few of the automatons for yourself. How did you manage to control them?
Got those from the gent. He must have rebuilt some of the ones we stole for him, and gave them new orders.
One more question. How do I find the dapper old gent?
Best of luck to you, friend. I've sent people to follow him, but it's been no use. He's like a ghost. My men will trail him to a dead-end alley, and like that, he'll be gone. He finds me, I never seek him out.
Constables will be coming to arrest you. If you try to run, we'll hunt you down.
Ilyen se volt még, gyerekek. Azt mondja, hogy full. Megverekedtünk, véletlenül mentünk tovább.
One more time.
Emlékére. Ott az ajtó. Használjuk talán azt. Van már ott van. Vissza. Tehát most merre? Ja, erről jöttünk. Viszont elfelsz. Most csak irányba tovább. Valahogy először jól gondoltam.
That master thief was far too quick to surrender. He knows more than he's letting on. I suppose we'll see what Mudgutter thinks, once he's questioned that fellow.
És itt vagyunk az elején. És akkor itt már szépen ki is mehetünk. Nincs dolgunk a kriptában. Ezt hajlandó vagy mutatni.
Glad I caught you. There's trouble all over Stonebridge. The automatons, they've gone mad. They're tearing the city apart.
What happened to all the people?
They're hiding indoors. A few are still on the street, and I'm trying to keep them safe. We're sheltering people in the chapter house, too. Odo's barred the doors.
Everything was quiet a few hours ago.
One moment they were fine, the next they just changed. As if someone took control of them. It's been less than an hour, and they've already taken the main square. They're fighting like an army, working together, attacking every person they see.
All right. What's our plan?
The automatons are headed for the city hall. You've got to warn the Meisters. Save them if you can. I'll be all right. Go!
Na, szintlépés. Nézzük mindegyikből, amelyiket úgy érezzük, hogy hozzátesz az emberünkhöz.
Using automatons to slaughter helpless people. This is the work of a coward.
No problem. Cseszem el az inventory. De akkor ne egyesével kelljen transzmutálnom őket. Jó. Nézzük a szint. Hogy milyen szint mutatatlan, hogy amelyiknek nincsen, az úgyse ér sokat. Azt áttranszmutálhatjuk. Nyugodt szívvel. Lent a kriptában nem volt kinek eladni, na. Kelem se lángokban áll, pedig tükörni. Azt a csávot, aki ott lent, ugye, közötte, hogy át tudja venni az irányítást ezek felett.
gent! He was here! As soon as you entered the hole, he fled!
You don't seem hurt. What about the other Meisters?
Just a few cuts and bruises. My own automatons held the doors and kept the enemy at bay. The gent never got to my constables. Bad luck for him.
The gent was here? Did he speak to you?
He threatened us. Told us he was going to bring down the city. The madman said we deserved it.
He fled on foot?
No, he opened one of those shimmering doors, just over there in the corner.
Clever fellow. He's using causeways to sneak about. What say we go after him?
You simply do not give up, do you? How much did the Meisters pay you to finish what they began 30 years ago? Tell me, what price does my blood fetch? No matter. Whatever the sum, you will not live to collect. You are a nuisance, and I shall soon be rid of you.
Those machines are summoning more automatons. We've got to destroy them. Whatever it is, let's smash it. Go onto this platform. Destroy it.
You are a nuisance, and I shall soon be rid of you.
Whatever it is, let's smash it.
The people of Stonebridge will pay for their crime!
Yeah. Opa. Hol a fickó? Hol a fickó? Nem tudom, hogy nincs.
Whatever it is, let's smash it.
Az Isten bagussza meg. Ezeket már szél.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Surrender yourself, gent. By all the saints, your judgment is long overdue.
Judgment? By what right? The people of Stonebridge are guilty of far worse crimes than mine. I spit on you. Murderers and traitors, all.
Murder and betrayal? Who do you accuse?
Not you. I've not seen your face before, and you are a mystery. No, I speak of these merry meisters in their pretty clothes and all the people of Stonebridge. They tore open the doors of our chapter house, dragged us into the streets, murdered my brothers, my sisters, the whole damned legion.
You were there? You actually saw what happened?
Good. We should deal with facts, not hearsay.
I was there. I saw these people with my very own eyes. Watched them slaughter legionnaires who refused to fight back.
Many joined the mob, sir, but many more did not.
Half your people stood by, while the other half did murder. Did you hold the killers to account? No? Then you share in their guilt.
If you claim to be a Legionnaire, then tell us your name.
Archambault du Payen, senior apprentice to the Grand Mage, last survivor of the Legion.
No, not the last. Look at me, brother. We stood at Hearthfire together 40 years past, spoke the rites, and made our oaths to the Legion.
I remember you. Odo, the tracker, the tireless scout, the watcher of roads. How can this be? In my dreams, I saw the whole Legion dead, scattered around a great tree.
You saw a tree? Was it full of ravens?
Just as you say. Sometimes I see my fallen comrades scattered about its base, an army of corpses, rotting in a foul and twisted wood. Every time I close my eyes, the dream is there.
What about the radiant youth, the child with golden hair? Have you ever met him at the tree?
No. I saw him only once, at my induction into the Legion. Odo was there, and saw him too. I thought he'd turned his back from us. Oh.
You and Odo were friends?
No, I hardly knew him. I was a mage apprentice. Odo was a scout of sorts.
Scout is a kind word for what I was.
You're a criminal, but you're a Legionnaire as well.
Hand him over to me and I'll see that he gets a trial. He'll hang, I expect, but that's a quick death. Better than he'd get if we tossed him to the people.
Wait, he's a Legionnaire. He's one of us. And he's a mage. If we give him to the town, all his knowledge is lost.
This man is a criminal, sir. He tried to ruin our city, and who knows how many lives he took. Would you let him walk free?
We need more information before we decide what to do with him.
Ask your questions. I'm sure the constable will be eager to learn how I eluded.
Why attack Stonebridge? What did you mean to achieve?
To leave these people as they left me. Ruined, defenseless, alone. Their fine city lying in pieces around them.
Persze, tehát értem.
Who else could demand satisfaction for my brothers and sisters? The Meisters would never have listened if I had gone before their courts. I was one man, alone, and my survival was inconvenient at best.
Did you intend this all along? 30 years?
No. I only meant to steal back the treasures that they plucked from the Legion's corpse. Tomes of magic. Heirlooms that belonged to friends. But I gained a reputation. I learned that one man can be as fearsome as an army if he cultivates a legend around himself. Only in the last 5 years did I dare to dream of the city's fall. And I came close, did I not? I may have failed, but they will never forget.
Witnesses said you could disappear at will. You've been hiding in the causeways?
The Legion left many causeways behind. No one knew they existed, save for me. But they couldn't always take me where I needed to go. The Foundry, say, or a troublesome Meister's estate. So I created causeways of my own. Not a simple art to learn.
You lived 30 years in the causeways? Did you ever come out?
When I wished to come out, I did. The constables were looking for a well-dressed old gentleman, because that was what I allowed them to see. If I dressed as a workman or a clerk, darkened my hair with pitch, I could escape their eyes.
So you moved about the city with ease, kept an eye on the constables, without their knowledge.
Sometimes I clothed myself in rags and tottered about the main square. No one gave me a second look, and I could observe my enemy at leisure.
That beggar! The fellow who shouted rude names at me whenever I drilled the automatons in the square? That was you?
Was it? I'm sorry, Constable. I don't recall.
The trouble in the Foundry? The Automaton Rebellion? That was all your doing?
My designs, yes. For their execution, I must give some credit to the people of Stonebridge themselves.
Are you mad? The people of Stonebridge? How are we to blame?
If not for your cruelty and greed, would the Foundry workers be so quick to rise up? If not for your murder of the Legion, would you need an army of automatons to defend you? I took what you gave me, Constable, and I turned it against you.
Did you mean to launch the Automaton Rebellion when you did?
No, you forced my hand. I'd hoped that the trouble in the Foundry would last a few more weeks, and I'd have time to turn all the automatons against the city. As it was, I turned half to my side at best. Not near enough.
You used the criminals in the crypts. They abducted the automatons, and you modified them.
Yes, you have it exactly. A slow and painstaking affair, but my accomplices were more than willing. Reputation has its benefits, even in criminal circles. Simple enough to bend one's admirers to one's will. Learning how to exert control over the automatons, that was the challenge. Fortunately, I was able to steal as many books from the college, and I had my own magical knowledge to draw upon too. It took some experimentation and a few ruined automatons, but I learned.
All right, I'm ready
Hát
to
nem
make a
lettem
decision.
semmiesen meggyőzve, nagyjából azon az állásponton vagyok, hogy tartóztassák le a törvényt, rendet akarunk, el akarjuk fogadtatni magunkat, akkor bizony...
Meister Wolf, the prisoner is yours. Whatever you do with him, the Legion will support you.
Much as I hate to condemn a Legion, we're not above the law. People will respect us for this.
I will surrender quietly, Constable, so long as you promise me this. Face your past. Deliver justice for my brothers who died on your streets.
You have my promise. Meister Mudgutter and I will find the ones who killed Legionnaires, if they still live, and they will be held to account. After all this, the Council can hardly refuse an alliance with the Legion. The people will accept nothing less. But we must put the matter to a formal vote. I'll convene the Council at once.
Most csak kapjuk az első eszenciát, amit be tudunk.
Was this then what the Legion had become? A bitter old man bent on revenge? I didn't want to believe it. The Gent was a true man of the 10th, and its ideals still lived in his heart. But one of those ideals is that no man is above the law, and the Gent had committed terrible crimes against the people of Stonebridge. Homes destroyed, streets choked with ash, great machines reduced to scrap. For these things, the Gent would be held to account. So it was that the dapper old Gent was delivered into the custody of the Meisters to face the city's justice. The laws of the Legion were upheld, and the people of Stonebridge have pledged themselves to us. Yet I cannot help but feel that we have lost a valuable ally.
Gentlemen and goblins, order! Council will address the proposed alliance with the 10th Legion.
Circumstances have indeed changed since we last spoke. I now find myself addressing the savior of our city. Does the Legion envoy have anything further to say before a vote is called?
Our purpose is to serve the people of Ebb, not to impose our will upon them. We'll honor whatever decision you make.
Very good. No reason to postpone our decision any further. All those in favor of the alliance vote aye. Those opposed vote nay.
First Constable votes aye.
Chief Barrister votes aye. Guild of Ironmongers reminds the Council of the considerable cost of the events in the Foundry. Are we now to pay for the Legion's war as well?
First, the Guild abuses its workers. Now it votes against the savior of our city? I wonder what the people will do when they hear. And I promise that they'll hear.
Guild of Ironmongers respectfully abstains.
Master of the College votes aye.
3 votes in favor, 1 abstention. As mayor of the city, I shall join the majority and vote aye. Be it resolved, then, that an alliance is declared between the city of Stonebridge and the 10th Legion. May our enemies tremble with dread.
I'd like to thank the Council for putting its faith in the Legion.
Of course. You are the savior of our city. Ask any favor of us, and the answer will be yes.
Will you send your automaton army to attack Jane Cassinder? We can take her by surprise and end the war.
The army? When I said any favor, I didn't actually mean...
Capital! I can have the automatons ready in short order! Shall I make ready to leave? I should warn you, we may not return to Stonebridge again before this war is over.
How many automatons are left? I destroyed a lot of them.
The Gent only managed to take control of about half of our automatons, and not all of those were destroyed, so the army is intact. Jane's forces may outnumber us, but her soldiers have never faced automatons before. I dare say that will work in our favor.
Start preparing your army. I'm not ready to leave just yet.
We'll make good use of the time. Perhaps I can repair a few more of the automatons and improve our odds a bit.
Maradunk még, mert hogy... Mert hogy ezt még vissza kell jutatnunk. És remélhetőleg most menni fog. Meg nem ártana a cuccainkat eladogatni, amik nem kellenek már nekünk, ugye?
Look at that! All the gears are turning again.
És ott fog várni minket? Visszareenged. Hát hol máshol?
Hello there, friends. Looking for anything in particular?
We seem to have found something of yours. A shipment of goods.
Bless you. I was wondering what became of that shipment. I can't thank you enough.
We're glad to help. If you have any more trouble, our chapter house is always open to you.
You've made a friend of this fellow, and hopefully he'll spread the word.
Aye, the folks around here don't have a fine history with the Legion, but I hope that'll change. Now really, I must insist on paying you.
Na, akkor egy gyors csekkolás a cuccosainknál. Oké. Úgy nézem, mindenki a legjobbat hozta ki magából, és akkor egy gyors... eladunk mindent. Elég sok minden volt odalent. Na. És akkor most... mehetünk. Viszont a következő lépést ott elmentjük, és ezt már csak legközelebb fogjuk megejteni, mert most be fogjuk fejezni, amit egy mentési ponthoz szépen visszaérünk. Sorry neked, aki éppen megérkeztél, hogy nézz egy picit. Megyünk vissza, és ezzel lezárult mind a királynő megmentése, mind pedig ugye itt a város oldalunkra történő állítása, és ez azt jelenti, hogy várhatóan a végső lezárás fog következni, amikor is neki megyünk a királynéni, illetve hát nem a királynének, hanem aki nekünk támad, ugye az a Cassandrának, vagy hogy a francba kell kiejteni. No, szóval ennyi volt, sziasztok!